Well, Rickard, we are back. 2021 is here.
Well, before we talk about 2021, I think it's important that we review 2020 and talk about the winners and losers, and specifically how I won 2020.
Welcome to TFS Pod, otherwise known as a Few Show Podcast. This is 24/7 Lou, and that's...
It's Rick Hard, the winner of 2020.
And that's the 24/7 champion. That's...
The one-man band. Thank you, by the way. Yes. The current 24/7 champion who held the belt in 2020 and 2021 right now. So, yeah, let's get it right.
Yeah, that's tenuous. That's tenuous. You know, that's the championship that's going to trade hands real quick.
I only mention it because we will be having our predictions episode right in this show. We're going to have it, so we will be predicting Hard to Kill on Impact Wrestling, which will be going on Saturday, the 16th of January. So yes, we are going to talk about that later on. But first, let me tell everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome to our new episode of a new year. And it's going to be a great year. I'm going to win a championship for all my fans out there, especially Rick Hart's co-worker. This one's for you, buddy. Jerry, whatever your name is.
Wow.
Whoa.
I meant you're the superstar.
Well, Lou, as much as we could talk about bold outcomes for 2021, I mean, let's just look at the record for 2020. I mean, look at me. Rick Hard, winner of the Rick Hard Awards at the end of the year. You know,
Rick Hard Awards.
Self-awarded, but, you know, if it worked for Sami Zayn, it could work for me.
Well, man, were you on that committee when they voted that, or? Because I wasn't.
No.
Right. The accolades keep going, though. I have a victory over Mike Tyson by default via forfeiture. You know, he never answered. He never answered, and most importantly, World Heavyweight Predictions Champion for 2020.
Yes,
you know,
temporary.
Yeah, you can keep your 24/7 title, R-Truth. You know. You know.
Well, you know, I did show up after WrestleMania, well, right around WrestleMania, so yeah. And how many points did I get last year in a shortened season? Yeah, that's right.
All right.
So have eyes in the back of your head because I'm coming for you.
So let's just set the table clear here. We're starting a new season of predictions. We're going to have our new player in here, which is going to be the Dice. I don't know. We don't have a name for them yet, but they're the
I call it the Randomizer.
Yes. I'm sorry. That was the name that was agreed upon. The Randomizer. So it'll be 24/7 Lou, Rick Hard, the one-man band, and the Randomizer. And the band
and anybody
of our
who decides to join.
Few members who want to join. Except you, Bogey. We know you don't want to join. I'm eyeing you right now. All right, so there you go.
They're all frozen in fear. Nobody wants to try to take the big gold belt from me.
So when we were talking about earlier about this episode that we're gonna have our first segment here. We're gonna talk about what happened, the winners and losers of 2020. Rickard, take it away.
So I think it's important that we look at who walked into 2020. You know, looking good, and who walked into 2020, walked out of 2020 looking good and looking bad, you know. Because a lot of people say 2020 was a bad year. I don't see it, but...
So tell us, who were the winners you see in WWE, AEW, or whichever wrestling organization or storyline that you saw, or stories or characters, or someone that came out above on 2020?
100%. First off, one of my personal favorites, The Miz, came out as a winner in 2020. 2 times he got the Money in the Bank contract. That's right. And he got his best pal, John Morrison, back.
Okay, but I think
plus he's married. Plus he's married to Maurice. So and he had another kid. You know, that's all good. He's on that show where he gets to dunk people into water.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that your winner of the year? Is that your person who won the best one of the year, or what?
No. There's a list. I started off with Miz because, winning Money in the Bank, that's nice. But let's talk about a loser, too, because Miz had to win it from somebody. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I think Otis, the modern-day Randy Savage, as I once called him, is currently down in the dumps, man. He walked into 2020, part of a pretty hot tag team with in Heavy Machinery.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
He sure did.
God's greatest gift to creation.
The Money in the Bank landed in his hands. At the rooftop match.
Yes. Missed Money in the Bank for a good several months. I don't remember the exact number.
Yeah.
And then he just lost it thanks to JBL making a judgment to put it on the line. And let's not forget, he also lost his friend. Mm-hmm. And his girlfriend got moved to another show.
Yeah, he definitely.
All in all, real big losses there. Here's another loser for 2020. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
He lost his championship and he disappeared into obscurity.
Again.
Sure.
We have not seen him since WrestleMania, and this is probably the longest he's been absent. So it's safe to say the beast is gone. More on that in a couple weeks, though. I have my theories.
Okay.
Another loser, and this one is beyond just storytelling, but anyone fired by WWE in April. Definitely not a good 2020 for them.
Really?
Though a lot of them
really?
did land on their feet. Yeah.
I don't know about that because
you know what? Okay.
There are a bunch of winners out of there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and we'll get to that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I would argue maybe Rusev wins.
No, there's way more. There's
way more than that. There's
way more.
Unfortunately, the passing of Brody Lee, but he did win because he did leave and went to AEW. Had a wonderful storyline going on over there.
Yep. If I can chime in on one real quick, the Good Brothers.
Yes.
The Good Brothers are absolutely killing it right now. With if we can talk about a good thing that's happened, it seems like the Bullet Club has reunited in a different form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was at the tail end of 2020. That the Bullet Club seems to have reunited with basically the cross promotion of Kenny Omega, the Good Brothers, and the Young Bucks.
Yep.
So that's something that's definitely. I know, obviously, it's the tail end of 2020, so it probably doesn't really count. But that's definitely going to be something that this year I can see it's going to really, really shine. So, kudos to AEW and to Impact for, putting their egos aside, essentially. And
even Eric Young is a winner, too.
Yeah, that was going to say.
Cross promotion.
Yeah, cross promotion.
I don't know. That kind of feels like 2021 though. Like part of that kind of did happen.
No, that's what I'm saying. I know, that's why I said it was a tail end. So but it did happen in 2020.
Yeah,
so.
they were released in 2020, and they were signed again with another company in 2020. Yeah, now that they're getting more and more of a push. Some of the names you mentioned, those were getting pushed big in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was kind of bad, and it was kind of rough for everyone because of the evil monster that was going around the whole world, and it was shutting stuff down, and stuff couldn't be running. So when they were out, they were really unfortunately out, unless there were companies that were out there doing stuff, which was aside from WWE, there was AEW doing their thing, and so was Impact. So yeah, but it was difficult if you were going to go on the indies because indies weren't existing as much.
You know who went to AEW and is a winner in my book in 2020?
Who?
Former AEW World Champion Dean Ambrose. Oh yeah.
That's
my boy. That's my boy. Hold on. Let me get it right. John Moxley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That definitely. I was going to say that, but that's absolutely true.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he has the longest reign as AEW champion.
I mean, he has
in the books.
He's a second champion. Come on, of course. But yes, he won the belt in February and ran all the way through with it till I want to say November, if I remember correctly, or maybe September. But yeah, Jon Moxley absolutely benefited, even though 2020 was, obviously it hit hard with, he became the champion right when the pandemic hit. So like he never really got to see a live crowd, which kind of sucks. But he was definitely valiant with the belt and defended it. He did take on all comers that wanted to battle. He had that. He had
some
that
good matches.
With, there were some very good matches. He had that one with MJF.
Yep.
He had
Brody Lee.
Brody Lee was another good one. Brian Cage.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was definitely the flag bearer for AEW this year, this past year, and it won't be his last. He'll definitely get another run with it. He's just gotta basically do the roulette now. Kenny Omega's the guy now. He's gonna run with it for a bit. I'm gonna say it's gonna be for a little while, and then we'll see who the next person is after that. But definitely Jon Moxley did a great job last year, despite all of the detractors against him with this whole pandemic and not having a crowd and all. He still killed it. So yeah, I totally agree with that.
While we're on the subject of AEW, I want to give a shout out to Hikaru Shida, who also came out a winner in 2020. In my book, she won my heart. No, but she also had the women's championship throughout most of it. I think she's still holding it, and she was featured in the AEW video game trailer, which is a sign of very, very good things.
Yes, I'd agree.
Yep. Also, too, in WWE, Drew McIntyre.
You got me to it.
Oh, I'm waiting for you.
The guy who carried the Performance Center era on his back. While being WWE champion, Not to throw shots at Reigns, who's killing it right now with the head of the table gimmick, But the tribal chief was kind of absent in April. And he didn't get to put old man Goldberg in his place.
Well,
now Drew McIntyre has to do it.
Well, going to 2020, going 2020, McIntyre, we knew they were going to do something with him. But then when we see him go into the Royal Rumble and what he did there, and then of course WrestleMania, unfortunately, they didn't get the crowd that they wanted and everything they wanted to set up for that. But he did win it, and yeah, he was the face, was running the place, I guess you could say, for this whole year, for the whole year of 2020, almost, not all of it.
Yep.
But yeah,
no, pretty much he was on a roll since pretty much January when he won the Rumble.
Yep.
And I've rewatched that moment in the Rumble where he eliminates Lesnar. People legit, I think the only pop of the night that could rival it is Edge coming back.
Yeah.
But people wanted to see Lesnar get eliminated from the Rumble so badly. When he finally did it, everyone erupted. Oh.
Well, you mentioned another name that had a good year too, Edge. Edge came back.
Mm-hmm. Edge came back. That's right. I mean, it's a little mixed because of the injury thing, also.
Well, is it injury?
The fact that he got another injury.
Well,
it's not as devastating, but he has been on the shelf for a while.
Yeah, but we talked about this. It's a contract issue. Remember, it's supposed to be two or three appearances per year.
Yeah, but he only did. He's supposed to be 3 matches. He has a dozen appearances, I think.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Well, he had a bunch of matches. How many had? He had 2, right? I believe.
I know. I think he did the 3. You're right.
See? So
Rumble, match of Orton, and then the greatest match of Orton of all time. Of all time.
Of all the times.
Don't get me started with that.
And I think while we're talking about great matches, can we also talk about, Rey Mysterio being a loser in 2020 when he lost his eye?
Yeah. In the worst way possible.
In an eye for an eye match. Oh. Dare I say, probably the first and only of its kind. If they ever bring it back, I'll be very surprised.
Oh,
I don't want to see that match. No, no,
It'll
good.
be
Okay.
over. No, I'm good.
But while we're talking about other matches, this one isn't as bad, I'd say. But the Fiend was definitely a loser in 2020 because nothing worse than getting set on fire. Arguably twice. Because let's not forget, Orton put him in that crate that first time.
Oh yeah.
True. Very true.
All right.
And he started 2020 with a good head of steam, you know. He beat Cena at WrestleMania. He got his win back, you know, Triple H style.
I forgot about that Cena match, yeah.
And how could you forget?
I wasn't a really big fan of that match.
And overall, I think a really big winner in 2020 was my all-time favorite wrestler. This one, you could disagree with me on this one. I still say it. The Undertaker. You know, you got to ride off into the sunset. Great cinematic match.
Oh yeah, I like it.
You can still come back, probably make a couple appearances, choke slam some goobers.
You know what I think was also winner this year? I mean, last year. 2020 cinematic matches.
Mm-hmm.
We saw many cinematic matches because they had to, and they had a chance to. And not only WWE, we saw it in AEW, we saw it in Impact. Oh.
Yeah. You can thank Matt Hardy for that one.
Yeah.
You're right. It's not like they didn't do it before.
Matt Hardy started the trend in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
The Hardy compounds. If you ever get a chance to look at that episode, because it's not on YouTube anymore. But if you ever get a chance to look at that compound match, the Hardy compound episode, that is a great episode. Great episode. I mean, I would say it's probably one of the best Impact shows ever. I'm putting it out there. Like, that's how good it is. And I think it was filmed in December of 2016. There's cameos from the Hurricane. Rockstar Spud was still there. The Drake Maverick now. You had Crazy Steve and Abyss. You had the Road Warriors make an appearance there. Rest in peace, Animal. The Rock and Roll Express was on that episode. It is a great I know it's technically a retro episode because it's from 4 years ago, but I recommend it highly. If you've not seen it, please watch it. It is great. And in fact, obviously it's been over 4 years, so it's no spoiler alert. But that's when the very end of that episode, they found out that his wife was pregnant, and they announced it right there for the second time at that time. And he just I don't know if you guys realized, Matt Hardy actually, I know a little bit going off topic, but he's actually going to have a girl now.
Ooh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, baby number 4.
And we did have a cinematic match.
Hey, you got to do something while in quarantine.
Yeah.
And we did have a cinematic match at the compound this year with the AEW, right?
Yeah, we
Hardy,
did.
right?
We actually did have a follow-up to that. Hurricane appeared and everything.
So that was a big winner. Cinematic matches was a big winners. I forgot which one was the one that I did not like. There was one. I know which one.
I don't know. I remember you trashing. Them putting Sammy Guevara in a trash can.
I didn't like it because
you were like, what is this? He got buried.
Yeah, that one, and I didn't like the one of Bray Wyatt and
But I know
Braun
you're
Strowman.
talking about. Oh, the double count out.
They drowned. I don't know what happened there.
Not double count out.
Oh,
Braun Strowman.
Yeah. So to me, I didn't like that one. I'm still trying to figure out the John Cena one and Bray Wyatt one. So yeah.
That was just poetry.
I have a definite loser, unfortunately, for this year, and I'm pretty sure you guys will agree with this one. In fact, Rick Carter's probably seen this woman come through with probably buying tables.
You took it out of my. I was gonna say Lana next.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that she poor Poor woman.
She never got her payoff.
Never got it.
They snatched it away from her and gave it to Charlotte.
She went through more wood than Home Depot, man. Jesus, man, I feel so bad for her, and that sounds like an innuendo. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. But it's just poor girl, man. I
have a theory.
All right.
I have a theory, guys. Now, hear me out.
Okay. The sins of
this is the craziest thing in the world. But you're gonna have to wait for my Rumble predictions. Women's match to hear my theory.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna give a sneak preview right now. So Becky Lynch, right? She won the Rumble when she replaced someone else in the match a couple years back. You all remember who that was?
Yes, it was Lana.
All right.
We were there. We watched it.
Yes, we did. So Becky Lynch is gonna try to make her return at the Rumble, but it's gonna be obviously too soon. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna do a little spot where she gets taken out by whoever they want her to feud with when she actually does come back, and replacing her will be none other than, in a nice little swap about. And WWE, if you're listening, you could totally take my idea. She's going to get swapped out with none other than Lana.
Oh, man. All right. So, yeah. So
I really hope they do that. That'll be a good payoff. I think that would be a good payoff, and it'd be a nice reference to continuity. But that's moving into 2021 territory.
Yes.
So, Ricard, who do you think was the top of everything there? Who was the biggest winner of all of this?
Who is the biggest winner of all of this?
Of last year, 2020.
Well, if you had to ask me, of 2020, do you want the serious answer or the joke answer?
Serious answer.
All right. You want the serious answer? Okay, I'll give you the second answer in a moment. The serious answer has to be the biggest winner of 2020 would have to be Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you know who the biggest loser is?
Who?
Who is it?
I don't know.
It's the XFL.
And we'll be right back.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll be right back.